Today's video is sponsored by the team over at unmineable.com. What if you could mine with your mining hardware and then get paid out in the cryptocurrency you most desire? The team at unmineable.com has you covered. In a few easy steps, you can select one of 10 mining algorithms to mine and then get paid out in over 40 different crypto assets. Talk about making crypto mining easy in the bear market. Unmineable has it all. CPU, GPU, and ASICS are all supported on unmineable.com. Go check out unmineable.com today and tell them the Hobbyist Miner sent you.
What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. Well, here we are again with the Meet the Miner series, and after I reached out to the community and asked who do you guys want me to have on the show, you guys answered. And today we have Tech Hustler. What's going on, Tech Hustler?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, so if you oh, I know, right? So if you guys are not familiar, like Tech Hustler, who's this guy? Never seen him, never heard of him. Well, not sure where you've been. You're probably living under a rock, but Tech Hustler has been around this scene for about 4 years now, at least within the content creation YouTube scene at this point in time. Guys, he has over 130,000 subscribers, over 9 million views on his channel, and over 500 videos. So you should have stumbled across them at one point or another. So pretty big accomplishments. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you. That was a nice introduction.
That's right. Got to boost you up a little bit, as we get started here. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to hang out with him tonight. We're going to talk about his YouTube journey and then also about crypto mining. He's been around for 4 years now. I think he can provide some insight to all of us, including myself. So you ready to get started with a few questions?
Let's go.
All right. So let's take a look. Let's go back 4 years ago, because I like to build a landscape a little bit. So taking a look at your channel, doing some homework here. Your first video 4 years ago was actually on cell phones and actually on apps running on cell phones. So first tell us why you got into YouTube 4 years ago and then how that became your first video.
Okay, well, actually I've been into YouTube quite a bit longer.
Really? Okay.
It started off as like a fitness channel, I guess you will. I had like a fitness journey. I was getting in shape. And really, it was supposed to be a dunking channel. I was training basketball. I played a lot of basketball growing up, and being, 5'10" and an older gentleman, it was going to be a great accomplishment. And I did that. I became a dunker, but I really didn't keep up with the YouTube fitness stuff, and left it alone for a couple years until I got into cryptocurrency. And well, we've got a lot to cover here, actually. So
Go for it.
Okay. So I got into crypto 2017. Okay. And then I started making videos, GPU mining and stuff like that. And at the same time, I was working from home and stuff like that. So I started flipping cell phones. And I ended up with a lot of cell phones. I was getting into cell phone repair and stuff like that. But I ended up with a lot of cell phones that, weren't selling and just sitting there. So I was like, well, what can I do with these phones? And I'm sure we'll talk about my crypto journey later. Oh, yeah.
To
answer the cell phone stuff. So there was this, I found this community, phone farming community, where you can use apps to earn some crypto or PayPal or Amazon gift cards and stuff like that. So I was already GPU mining at the time, and I think I might have had an Antminer S9. So I had, I don't know, probably 50 phones or more, and I was trying to use them to actually mine crypto. I seen that wasn't very profitable, so I started using paying applications and made a phone farm, which was very profitable, and the YouTube community loved it. The videos did very well. But after so many years, apps just started falling off, and it just wasn't that profitable to have a phone farm. As far as the passive stuff, you can still work and earn some money. It's just going to take a lot more time of your day. So I had a whole bunch of phones. I started mining on phones. That didn't work. So I started making money with paying apps. And once that started slowing down, I got really into heavy into crypto.
Okay. So phone farming, that was where some of my interest went. So it was less of like because when I think of farming, you think of like compute and hardware resources and stuff. And based off of my research, I was looking at your channel and stuff. This was more having phones on all the time with apps open, running like ads and stuff like that. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. Ads, videos, games that would like just automatically play in the background.
Okay.
And I mean, there were so many applications. One phone could make you like $3 or $4 a day easy.
Wow.
And just running off Wi-Fi. So that was my thing. Just I was getting as many phones as possible, and it lasted a couple years, and I made, you know, without referrals, like over $1,000 a month, and
that's insane.
You know, and there are still people out there that are making, you know, close to $1,000 a month, but it takes some time, and you have to have phone plans with a lot of the apps these days. You can't just
okay.
But I want to revisit some of that stuff. I still use some of the applications. You know, it's just not as passive as it used to be.
Yeah, I know another fellow content creator, DJ Mines in the scene. He's very big about, like, I think it's called Free Cash and some of these other ones where you can like watch ads and things like that, and he has them running on his computer.
Games, I mean, if you're a gamer, there are a lot of great get paid to websites where you just you play the games, you reach, I'm not a gamer, but you reach certain accomplishments, and then you earn more points. Then you cash those points out for, you know, crypto or whatever it may be. A lot of these websites and applications are just as profitable as some of the miners that are actually out right now. It's pretty crazy. Hopefully not for long, but, you know, you can sit and play on your computer a couple hours a day and make more than some of your miners.
Yeah, I've actually seen some of them pay out in Bitcoin. Like, they make it real simple and easy.
Ethereum, Litecoin, I mean, pretty much pick your crypto, and you can find somewhere out there that's going to cash you out in that one. So
yeah. So did you end up going and removing the basketball videos from your channel or hiding them?
YouTube mistake, content creator mistake, never delete videos unless you really need to delete them. I had a lot of content. There's still some on my personal Instagram, but I had a lot of content on the fitness stuff, a lot of content on phone farming, and I just deleted probably 500,000 hours worth of views.
Oh, my word.
It was a lot. It was a lot of views. And that was very detrimental to my YouTube channel for a long time because you just lose those views. But I did delete them. I should have left some of the stuff up, especially my early mining stuff. But a lot of the applications just get outdated, and I'm just, you know, and got to remove some stuff sometimes. And there's a lot of old videos now that I want to remove. I'm just like, is it worth it? You know, so I just in the comments or description, I'm just like, hey, this is dated material. Make sure to stay up to date or whatever.
Yeah, no, I think that's smart. A few people I've talked to who like have had old YouTube channels, never really super successful, but they uploaded like a bunch of like video game gameplay, and they weren't really familiar with YouTube algorithm tagging any of that. So the channel never went anywhere. And then they decide they want to pivot and get into like crypto, let's say. A lot of the times I will recommend to them, it's like, if you're not attached to that and you don't have a brand recognition stuff, create a new channel, because in starting fresh, the algorithm will love that versus like you go from something like video games and then you want to pivot to crypto. YouTube's trying to figure out like how to categorize your channel and what audience to present it to. And when it's full of video game stuff on Counter-Strike and StarCraft from years ago, it doesn't really mix well. So yeah, no, sometimes a new channel is definitely due, without a doubt.
Yeah, I did, you know, I thought about that, but I was already 10,000 subscribers in.
Yeah.
Yep. And it took a long time to get there. But yeah, that's one thing that I try to tell people is pick your niche and stick to it. You know, a lot of people jump around, especially when crypto is doing bad. You know, I've seen in my years of YouTube, I've seen people, not just in crypto, but in many areas, pivot and then do bad, and then they quit YouTube, you know. But pick your niche, stick with it, and, you know, as long as you like it, you should do all right.
Yeah, so for you, I noticed just looking at what was at least visible to me over the last 4 years, a lot of your stuff has focused on making money. If it's with the phone app farms or with different apps out there or crypto or other types, you know, why that niche? Like, is that just like a huge passion for you, or why making money?
Well, it's a passion of mine. You know, I got into crypto to make money. I liked that you could plug in a miner and it could passively make money for you. I don't have a real job. You know, I used to be a barber. I loved it. I've had
really? Wow.
Yep. But when they closed everything down for that period of time, they closed down the barber shops and everything.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, well, I've got to go all in on YouTube, on these apps and this and that to not only make a living, but to create some sort of retirement for, you know, my family and myself. So I do believe in crypto. I think that is the way the world is going. And I love crypto mining. I do hold coins. I do, you know, I tell people to hold coins at least until we reach those all-time highs. But at the end of the day, yeah, I have to make a living. So, and YouTube isn't paying as good as it was 2 years ago. So, you know.
So for you, so barbershop, super cool. Like, I think that's awesome. Like I actually remember like during COVID and the pandemic going to my barber's house, getting my hair cut outside at his
people were coming to my house and they called the cops on me. Oh. They thought I was doing something illegal. I'm like, hey, you know, maybe I am because I'm cutting hair, but you know, I have all these clients. Yeah, it was a crazy time.
So then, was that like 2021 then for you that you closed up shop?
2020-ish.
20, okay.
It might have been 2021, maybe at the end of 2020. I don't remember. I lost a couple years.
Yeah. So then for you, when you pivoted from barber, quasi hobbyist content creation to, did you then pivot like full time to content creation at that point? Is that kind of the direction you went?
Yeah, well, I had a few other side gigs. I do reselling on eBay. I've done that for 20 years. I got I just lost track real quick. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I started a vending business. So gumball machines. Go vending machines. I was doing that, but once again, COVID slowed that down as well. But I was making content about that and everything. But yeah, it was, I think May 2 years ago is when I said, yeah, I got to go full time. You know, no one was hiring. You couldn't get a job anywhere. So I said, I'm going to go rent this little office space and I'm going to make it work, you know, and it was amazing, you know,
that is great.
For a while. It's slowed down now, but you know, just stick it out. It is what it is.
That's awesome. I mean, I think people look at like full-time content creation and they're like, oh man, it's the life, you know, it's awesome. And you know, working for yourself, creating videos on something you're passionate. Oh yeah, very passionate about, but ton of time.
It takes a lot of time. I mean, at least for me, people don't understand. I mean, it's 8 to 10 hours per video. And you know, I'm still like a stay-at-home dad as well. You know, we use private school and stuff like that. So I'm always shuffling my kids around and then my other hobbies, trying to stay physically fit. And it can be stressful. And then dealing with sponsors and deadlines. It's not the life. Not yet. Maybe when I have 1 million subscribers.
Yep. There you go.
I'll feel a little bit different. But it's a hustle, especially right now. It really is. But, you know, you just got to keep uploading. That's all you can do. Just keep uploading.
Yeah, that's definitely a recommendation I've heard where like, especially in the crypto space where like, you know, in a bear market like this, a lot of people will just stop with YouTube. And that actually, I think, works against you where it's like, keep uploading because then that content is there when that bull market returns and everyone's looking for it. I mean, look at the last bull run. I mean, creators went from 30, 40,000 to 100,000 in a matter of weeks because everybody was searching for that content. So if you were
not uploading, YouTube's forget about you, you know? So I know I take a lot of breaks just because kids are sick, I'm sick, mental health, stuff like that. And a couple days off will throw off that algorithm, you know? I mean, Vosscoin is a big inspiration of just uploading every day. You know, there's no other way. There's no other way. You can't take a break. Take a break and upload some shorts, but there is no other way. You got to continue uploading, at least in this niche, you know. So
yeah. So if you were to make to leave off on the content creation subject, if you were to make recommendations to smaller channels that are just starting out, would that recommendation be constant content, or what would that recommendation be for those smaller channels?
Today's video is sponsored by the team over at jinglemining.com. Jingle Mining is proud to be the largest Jasminer ASIC distributor in the world. Jingle Mining strives to provide some of the quietest and most efficient ASIC miners in the industry through its partnership with Jasminer, along with provide fellow miners fast shipping worldwide on top of friendly customer service and support. Jingle Mining is excited to share that they are the exclusive distributor of the brand new Jasminer X4QZ miner. This ASIC mines at a massive 840 megahash and only 340 watts. Jingle Mining is pleased to announce the launch of their Jasminer X16 presale. With a 50% down payment, you can lock in your Jasminer X16 for June. The Jasminer X16 is a beast at 1,845 megahash and only 630 watts. I have two Jasminers of my own from Jingle Mining, the X41U and the X4Q, and I love them. Check out Jingle Mining via the link in today's video description.
Well, once again, it all depends on your niche too. Now, I imagine we're talking about crypto. So
yeah, this is the world we live in. Yeah.
Yeah. You need to upload as much as possible. And you're going to get discouraged when you only get 10 views, but, next thing you know, it's going to be 100 views, and that's going to be a big accomplishment. I recommend not only trying to upload every day, promote your videos, find crypto forums, promote your videos. If you're doing a Doge video, find some Doge groups on Facebook, promote your videos. You might get kicked out of a couple groups, but at the same time, you'll probably gain some subscribers and some views as well. But yeah, especially for newer channels, you have to put something out there every day. Even if it's only a 3-minute video, you can say, this is my crypto mining, what's going on today. Here's any headaches I'm running into. Everything's running smooth. Once again, like Red Panda. Hey, I'm just giving you updates every single day.
Yep.
That's simple, Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's not that simple for him, but...
Oh, it's that simple. Let's be honest here. It's that simple.
When you're doing it like that, it is.
Yep.
I set up mine like a show sometimes, well, most of the time, and that takes a lot of work. But when I do just go over what's going on with crypto mining for the day, it's a lot easier. And I think that's what people really want to see anyway. So
yeah, I think it's funny. I talk to a lot of smaller channels. They reach out to me, and I connect with them and discuss it. And a lot of them are like, I only got one rig. Well, it's like, that's okay. Like, people, you don't need to have this massive amount of farm. I mean, you can take it and go a lot of directions where, like you or I have gone, where it's, you're reporting on things that are occurring, a new miner that comes out. You might not even own it yet, but you're reporting stats and where to buy it and how it performs and profitability. Like, you might not own that miner. You might not physically have it in your hands, but you're still able to talk about crypto. It doesn't, or you could take your one GPU rig and you could talk about mining that on multiple different algorithms in multiple different videos. Like, it's endless. And I think once you get into a creator mindset, I think all of us have these like running lists of like, what do we want to make videos on? And like, my list is like massively long. And sometimes I have to go through and purge it because I'm like, this is outdated now. I never even got to it.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I've got 2 whiteboards just full of stuff. And then I have a couple, I don't have the one here today, but I have legal pads that are full of ideas. You can record everything. You can really, if you are into crypto and you are, like you just said, you're looking up a new miner, you're on Twitter and something strikes your interest, talk about it on a video. About it on a video, and boom, that's it. It's not that hard coming up with content material. Like you just said, every couple months I got to go through my stuff, and I'm just like, I'm never going to get to this. Look, I've got like 6 miners here that I've had for months. That is just so hard to get the schedule. It's insane. But I am trying to buckle down. I'm actually moving my studio a little closer to home just to make things a little easier, hopefully, to record more.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, more content like that, just daily updates, almost like crypto mining vlogs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think there's different styles out there too. As you had said, a lot of the stuff you do is like show-based. You go to the flip side, like Red Panda Mining, it's more vlog style, point and click and talk and walk around and things like that. I think I found my home as a hybrid. And I think that works out also from a workload perspective, where it's like some videos are that vloggy style. Some videos are the sit down production show style. And I think a good balance, find what works for you, you know, and I think that's what will make it easier.
I mean, watch other channels and don't be scared to do what they do. I mean, why not? It's your own channel. Live your life, do what you want to do. If you try making a video like Voscoin, or try making one like Hobbyist, or set up this game show like Tech Hustler, you know,
there you go.
Try it, see if it works and see if it feels comfortable. You know, we're a pretty good community, you know, no one, you know, we all try to help each other, especially on Twitter. We try to build each other up and promote each other. So, just keep uploading.
Yep, I agree. So let's pivot now to mining, more hardware based. So jumping back for you, what was the S9 your first physical step into Bitcoin mining, or did you have other hardware or other adventures you went into?
Gaming PCs. Like I said, I was flipping computer hardware on eBay even before I started mining, along with the phones and stuff like that. So I started buying gaming rigs and pretty much breaking them down and making GPU mining rigs. So I would take a couple gaming rigs, boom, now I got a three GPU mining rig, and then I would sell off all the other parts, or maybe keep a couple, you know, if I had came across some more GPUs. So my first rig was like a 1080, I believe. I was real big into the 1080s. So I remember I did have a 1080 GPU rig, and now I'm not real specific on hardware and stuff like that, but NVIDIA, GTX, I don't know, GeForce, whatever. But anyways, that was my baby, and I was mining a lot of Ethereum with that. Finally got my hands on an Antminer S9, just playing the Antminer game, waking up, you know, weird hours of the night, seeing if they were available. And then I don't remember when L3s came along, but I had an L3 Plus.
Now when was all this? Was the S9 like last bull run or before that? Because I know you said you started more 2017.
This was 2018.
2018, got it. Okay, so you were well before.
2018, so this was my first bull run. Up to 20 grand. So I had all that hardware. Well, first I got into Bitcoin. I got into Bitcoin. I took a few notes right here on March 2017. Right at $1,100. I didn't buy as much as I wanted to, but I did buy a big chunk of Ethereum at $29. And
that's good for you.
Yeah. So, and I took profits. I don't know, Ethereum was like $4,000 or something in bull run. And that's what bankrolled my whole mining operation, really, because I was only able to run, I think, like one S9, another, the L3, and one or two rigs before I was popping breakers. So I had to get a whole, a whole transformer for my neighborhood at my house. I had to get that put in. I had to get another box put in, and that was over $5,000. But thank goodness that crypto paid for all that. And once that happened, I just started buying more and more S9s, more and more L3 pluses. I sort of stepped away from the GPUs just because it could be a headache. You know, the GPU rigs can be a headache. It does take some time, and I'm a plug and play type of guy. That's what I like. That's what I promote. So I was all in on S9s, L3s. I was making a ton of Bitcoin, a ton of Litecoin. Around the bull run, I mean, I sort of timed it pretty good. I took profits, and then I sold all my miners, and I watched everything crash.
Wow, that's so good for you though to recognize that. Like, there's a lot of miners I talk to. You're almost like fearful to sell anything because it was so hard to get it to start with, you know. And so it's awesome to hear when, like, and that's something even myself I try to look towards. It's like taking profits, like taking that step, take profits, or to sell hardware. Yeah,
I got lucky that time, and that's like why I promote now. You know, you buy the stuff when it's cheap. And if history repeats, we're going to see new all-time highs. If Bitcoin reaches the new all-time high, the solid altcoins will go up too. And so will the prices of the miners. And it's, I hate it. I hate it. I hate the FOMO. Yeah. I don't want to sell someone a miner that I paid $500 for and sell it for $4,000. But it is the nature of the beast. That's how it is. And that's like, I promote, you're not going to see these prices so much longer. It's going to be insane. And I don't know. This is not my first bear market. So
good for you. So
like I've said it before, the real money is in the miners. Like it is insane. Now there are a lot of distributors popping up now, but it is insane how the prices of the hardware follow the prices of the crypto.
Yeah. A lot more distributors now. A lot more distributors now versus like during the bull run where you, as you said, even before that, getting up early, trying to grab something from Bitmain, things like that. So let's look at Helium. So you have a lot of Helium content. I'm a huge fan of Helium only because I've done well with it, but I also came in well later than you did when it came down to Helium. Yeah. So you got in super early, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't remember when I got in, but it was very early and it was amazing. I mean, it was almost life changing. Of course, I got in before all the supply issues, but I made a lot of Helium. They had that Helium lottery, and I don't remember the exact amounts of Helium that I was making, but it was like once a month on one Helium miner, you might hit for a couple hundred or a couple thousand Helium.
Wow, that was well before me. Yeah,
it was insane, and then that went to I forgot where it went to. Not the stakers. What do they call it over there? The validator? No.
Validators, yeah, like validators in there.
Whatever.
And
stuff. Yeah, so that went to them. I don't know what the rewards look like anymore, but it was insane. I did real well in Helium. And I still have a ton of miners out there. I'm pulling in about 1.5 Helium a day. Okay. I think that, the network, I don't like the centralization of it because it did start off pretty uncentralized. You could even like make your own Helium miners and stuff like that. So I didn't like that pivot, but I think with a network like that, you might need some centralization, especially with them going to 5G and mobile and all that. So there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that I don't really agree with Helium founders and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it is the world's largest IoT network. There's nothing. Now, there is a problem with spoofing, but it's still the world's largest IoT network. You can build on it right now. You can run anything you want on Helium. It's just at your capacity, whatever you can come up with. I think we're only a couple big projects away from, IoT really doing something.
Yeah.
But we do have to compete with Wi-Fi and everything else that is out there.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. 5G, I think it's a great opportunity. I've got a couple million 5G mined up already.
Now, do you have any of the 5G miners, or because that was going to be my next question, was like your thoughts on 5G? And the only reason I ask is because you got in so early on Helium and were so successful. Are you looking to follow that with 5G?
I don't know if I'm going to be as successful with mobile token. I really don't know. The Helium token itself is what's the word? There's a max supply or whatever.
Yes, correct.
There's way too many mobile tokens, so I'm not 100% sure about that. But regardless, I'm holding. I'm holding until the next bull run. But I have an indoor 5G miner right next to me. And then I have two that I have contracted out. Well, I have a partner that I have two in Florida on a tower. So, and I'm trying to get more, honestly. I'm trying to rake in as much mobile as possible because, hey, anything could happen.
Yeah. It's all speculative, 100%.
I've seen it happen with Helium. Now, mobile token will probably never go to $1 or anything like that. But, I mean, if it goes to a penny,
life-changing. Yep.
Maybe. But yeah, I'm still a believer in the network. Like I said, I really feel sorry for a lot of people that didn't get their miners until a year later. I just hope everyone was able to get a refund. But I think even with one miner and like 5 witnesses, you're still going to make a nice little chunk of helium. And there's not a lot of helium out there. And in the next bull run, I mean, I think helium's going to hit another all-time high as well. So
hey, I'll take it. I have 2 miners now. A third one I've been trying to get up for weeks, having trouble with it. And then I just got a 5G one, Freedom Pi 5G one here with the outside bicell antenna. So like, I'm excited to get those set up and everything like that.
Yeah, and rewards are looking pretty good. So I can't complain. We'll just, we'll see what happens. Might take a year or two, but just letting them stack up,
Yeah, I mean, that's the nice thing. Low watts, so you don't have high overhead with these things. It is a gamble, as I tell people. Total gamble, total speculation.
Very expensive. But, if this thing with T-Mobile works out, I mean, I get it. You can't. The infrastructure for 5G, it's hard. It's hard to put a 5G radio on every street.
Yeah.
Why not just use helium? So I think it could be big, but, 5G period right now has sort of been a nothing burger, really. I remember for years, 5G, and, what's going on? I'm not seeing any real, I don't know. But it's the future. So
yeah. So we'll keep in that same space a little bit. Let's talk about MXC miners, the M2 Pro, the Neo ones. I know you've gotten into that a little bit. Some of those attracted me quite a bit just with following the whole Helium thing into other miners. What's your experience with those? I mean, have those been profitable, successful for you, a challenge for you? Because I know there's a lot of speculation and concern around those miners.
Today's video is sponsored by the team at Bybit.com. Buying, selling, and trading cryptocurrency should not require you to jump through hoops in 2023. The team at Bybit has you covered. Crypto mining enthusiasts now have a platform to transfer their mined crypto to and liquidate it quickly, easily, and on the go. In a situation where you need to purchase cryptocurrency with a credit card or debit card, no sweat. Bybit provides you multiple avenues for purchasing crypto instantly. Where are my crypto traders at? Bybit has an arsenal of features for spot trading, margin trading, copy trading, and trading bots. Currently, if you deposit $100 with Bybit, you'll receive an extra $20 USDT. Check out Bybit today via the link in the video description.
Yes, well, for one, we call them miners. I call them a miner whenever I do a video or something, but it's really like a staking device. Now, it is an IoT, just like Helium. There is a large network created, and I do believe they have some larger deals with some companies already out there. But you got to remember, we are in a bear market. MXC is trying to do anything they can to stay alive. MXC, Max, that's where I'm coming from. They're just trying to stay alive. Everyone is selling coins everywhere. So I can see where a lot of the hate is coming from. Now, they have a couple other products, the Neo Miner, which once again, it's not a miner. You're going to get it. You're going to earn some MXC with it. From what I understand, you'll get it. You'll plug it in. You'll start earning some MXC. Then I think the catch is you're going to have to stake that MXC to start earning the Dogecoin.
Oh, got it.
There's always a catch. Now, I could be completely wrong.
No, it's fine.
There's not a lot of information out on it yet. And it's not that easy to talk to anyone from MatchX or MXC, So I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Okay.
I did well from the M2 Pro miner. I paid for it. It was like $3,500, and I got lucky. I timed the market, and I made around $8,000 when I finally cashed out all of my MXC.
Good for you.
And even now, it's not earning a lot since I've cashed out, and then they've got health and all this other stuff goes down, but I'm still earning. So there's that. And the Neo miner, it does have that catch, but at the end of the day, it's purpose-built hardware. It's going to help, like approve transactions and stuff in a warehouse or something like that.
Okay.
It actually has a job to do. And they have another device, which is like an NFT frame, which actually verifies your NFTs and other stuff like that. So they have some great ideas. We'll see when they come out, but I'm sticking with them. I have no choice. I have the hardware. I've made all these videos, so I'm just going to stick with them, man. Once again, like Helium, I don't agree with everything that's going on, but I'm just deep in it, so it is what it is. I'm going to keep mining. I'm going to hold everything right now, and maybe in the next bull market, I can be like, hey, I told you. I told you. Or I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I'll make an apology video. Jeez, Matt, Matt, but, this is just, we are in the wild, wild west. Everything is a risk right now, period. And that's why you got to say it's not financial advice. Anything can go south. I'm just reviewing the stuff that I'm into, or reviewing the stuff that someone has paid me to review. And then I'm going to let you know this is a paid review. So, disclaimer always.
So looking at crypto on your farm and stuff like that, like, you got additional power into your house. So I assume you have something like a 200 or 400 amp panel at this point, just in order to support that. Where are you doing most? Let's start back. Are you mining anything now at your house with your electric rate? And if so, are you like a shed miner? You got it in a garage, a basement? What does that farm look like?
Yeah, well, I've been a home miner ever since 2017, 2018. In the winter time, I have my mini miners throughout the house. I have the heat pit as well. But yeah, I always have something running in the garage. Currently, I have an S19, the 100 terahash, which is not on. It's not on right now. It's just getting a little too hot in my garage. I have the AA3, which is, I'm still happy with it. I think I made like $17 yesterday with it. So
wow,
still doing all right.
Yeah.
Even at, the difficulty. And then I have the Canon, what is it, A1366, which is 130 terahash, but it has a low power mode that's like 105 terahash. And I only turned that on the other day because it was cold and I wanted to warm up the garage a little bit. And now I'm like, I'm just going to keep it on until I get a cash out. So, and then I have a ton of mini miners. What do we have? We have an iPolo. I think the cheapest, the almost brick, the 130 terahash ETC miner. Not mega hash, I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's the cheapest miner. I told Belay Mining, I was like, hey, send me that. I just want to see if there's anything we can do with this before it becomes a brick. Because of the VRAM. So I have that. I have a mini Doge, a couple KD box 2s, an HS box, one or two other gold shell miners. And and everything, if it has a low power mode, I have it on low power mode right now.
And what's your electric rate there?
8 cents. It's
it's like
8.5 cents per kilowatt hour. Which is great. The One Electric company here is one of the cheapest in Eastern North Carolina, and every time I move, I make sure that I have them.
Smart. That's a good avenue to go.
So I'm doing everything at home now. Like I said, in the wintertime, I had a lot of miners throughout the house, keeping the house warm. I was even contemplating putting a miner under the house to keep my crawl space warm. Let's see. I obviously have a Helium miner at the house. I have the MXC miner at the house. What else do we have?
I assume you've kind of moved. Yeah, the weather one. Oh, yeah. So I assume you've moved away from more GPUs then. Do you have any GPUs left, or no, you kind of parted ways with those?
I have some GPUs in my gaming rigs, in my workstations, but it's just not worth it at all right now for me. I don't mess around with spec mining. It was Ethereum or NiceHash back in the day. So now I'm just chilling unless something else pops up, but I have a couple 2080s lying around, and still I think I have a couple 1080s. I did have a few more. I was going to build a few rigs, but I just said forget it. And actually, I sent them to Brandon Coin to
Okay.
see if he was going to do anything with them. But
okay.
I think he's over it too right now. So
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when profits are low, and you know,
Hard.
during the bear market, ASICs have kind of been the go-to. I think the biggest challenge is just those electric rates and if they're worth mining with at all.
GPUs will come back.
Mhm.
They'll come back in the bear market. I mean, all it takes is one coin to explode.
Yeah.
You know, and then GPUs will be back. But yeah, tough for GPU miners right now. I know there's a couple coins that people are doing good on, but it takes some work. It takes some time to GPU mine.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So before we wrap things up, last question I'm going to ask you here is, if someone approached you today and wanted to get into crypto mining, what would you tell them?
I would ask them if they're really ready for it. You know, I would ask them,
Okay.
do you want to be a home miner, or you know, there's so many questions I have to ask. You know, because I have people approach me locally all the time. And it's, do you have a space? Do you have 110? Do you want to mine in your office? Do you want to mine in your garage? It's just, I would say, start off with an Antminer S9 or an L3 Plus.
Okay.
Buy something super cheap, maybe even on eBay. I know Coastal Crypto, they have the S9s and L3s, and to me, that's probably the best deals. I think they're around like $200 or something like that. You can get them on eBay, maybe a little bit cheaper, but you're going to have problems with hash boards and whatever.
Quality, yeah.
I would recommend, well, this is what I usually do, recommend an S9 or an L3 just to get you familiar with the power, the noise, the firmware, you know, the dashboards and stuff like that. And then you can decide if you want to, you know, go up, go down, or, you know, do something quieter, go mini miners. Another reason why I like the L3 and the S9 is you can overclock, you can underclock, you can swap out the fans, you can make them quiet, you can turn them into a heater.
Yeah,
you know, there's so many things you can do with those. And if it's not for you, you can sell them and pretty much get what you paid for them back. So yeah, the old trusty S9 or the L3 Plus, get started.
Well, it's a smart. Yeah, it's definitely a smart move. I mean, I think your mindset is exactly where mine is, where I've had a few people over the last year or so looking to get into it right now. And I've even gone the route of like, go for a Gold Shell Mini as like your first one to like figure, not a ton of expense to going into it, you know, a couple hundred, you set it and forget it. You just plug it in and you're good to go. You know, you kind of work with them. I've worked with them on like, here's the dashboard where you can view it for the pool and everything. And then and especially for them, a lot of people have come in like interested in Dogecoin because it's sort of like a mainstream talked about one. It's like, great, here you go. This is what it'll do for you. And I love it. I always love it when people are amazed that like it's script mined. So it mines, you know, Doge and Litecoin. They're like, wait, what? Like it does both. And, you know, but I always find that as a good like teaser. And then like a month later, they come back and they're like, okay, I'm ready for another one. You know, like, it's like, yeah, welcome to the club, you know, but that's good because then you don't have to worry about your electric. Like they don't use a ton of electric and you don't need to have like 30 amp or 240 volt or anything. You can just get by with what you have.
You start off with the mini miners and you can plug them in almost anywhere. I mean, those are even better because you get Wi-Fi and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more expensive than the old S9s, but actually, I mean, there are a few out there that are cheap, like the handshake miner.
Oh, yeah.
Bucks, the G1 minis, a couple hundred. Definitely, you know, not very profitable at all, but you know, great way to start off.
Yeah.
You know, and really right now, if you're thinking about profitability, it's a rough time.
Yeah, most new people coming in, I found that are just coming in because they want to be in, like they want to get into it, and they think like, okay, I'll get into it now when it's not popping as much. Versus, I haven't found as many people getting into it now that are like, I'm looking to make big money.
Yeah,
I think that existed more during the bull run because it was all about like how much you can make with such a little investment.
Yeah. I just you know, I hate that I'm reviewing these mini miners, and we know they're not very profitable right now. That's why they're a mini miner, and that's why they're cheap. And people are like, completely unprofitable, waste of money. And it's like, yeah, but it's going to go up. You know, this miner is not going to be cheap. It's going to be profitable, and it's going to cost 10 times as much. That's That's what I want people to see. You know, that's the one thing I hate in the comments right now. Nothing's profitable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But if you want something profitable, you're gonna have to spend like $15,000. You know.
Yep.
So.
And then you're looking at when's your
profitable right now, but it will be. It will be. You know when? I don't know, but it will be.
Awesome. Well, yep. So guys, we're going to wrap things up there. Thank you to Tech Hustler for joining me today. I appreciate, nailing down our schedule so we can make this work. I will leave links to everything down below for his social as well as his YouTube channel. Go check it out. I'll be honest, I didn't actually come across Tech Hustler till this year and actually came across him, and he's got boatloads of content out there, far more than I have. So go check him out. Tech Hustler, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. You made this very easy. I was very nervous, everyone out there, but this was good. It's like talking to an old friend.
Awesome. Well, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, give it one of these, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Peace.
The Sal KDA Titan timepiece is the first NFT watch ever created. These one-of-a-kind timepieces paired with their NFT authentication provide a revolutionary method to fight back against the counterfeit watch industry. Along with the paired NFT authenticity comes maintenance and history records stored on the Cadena blockchain. Finally, this is the perfect gift to pass down to one of your sons or daughters who take up that crypto family mantle. Check out the Sal KDA Titan timepiece down below in today's video description.